on stage before you is our 6th grade beginner band. It consists of 96 graders. I'd like for a few of you to recognize, I'd like for all of you to recognize some of the students on stage. If you made all county band this year, would you stand up now, please? The first 2 pieces we did were Thunder Bay March and Anasazi. Those are 2 of the selections we did last week in Charleston at Burke High School for the Lower State Concert Festival. I'm proud to tell you that the group seated in front of you received a superior rating on the state level for the 3 selections they played for state contest, and that's a very hard thing to do. Probably no more than 8 bands out of the 45 received a superior, and this group was one of them. Our third selection tonight is called Liberty Bell Overture. And it's kind of a treat for us because every once in a while, Goose Creek High School sends us one of their students enrolled in a teacher cadet program. This year, we're very pleased to have Joy Reyes with us, who I know from working with the high school band. She's a clarinet player with the Spirit of Gold Marching Band and Symphonic Band at Goose Creek under the direction of Judy McBride, as well as an all-state clarinet player for several years. She's a super teacher, planning on majoring in music education, and has worked with us for the last couple of months. The kids have really worked hard for her. She's put in a lot of time working with them, not only on this piece, but in preparing them for auditions and solo and ensemble, and for concert festivals. So I'd like to welcome Joy Reyes to the podium, please. finally learned the trick of doing an easy concert, and what I do is I just keep inviting guest conductors so I don't have to do so much. This year we were real pleased to have the addition of one faculty member for at least one period during the day. The third period beginner band, to show you what we deal with sometimes. Sometimes you're very removed from the classroom, and this gives you a little clearer perception of what goes on. One of our beginner classes has about 33 kids in it, which is close to a normal class size. Third period, and they'll be the first to tell you, has 70 students in a beginner band class. Now, I'm pleased about that because I enjoy the fact that a lot of kids want to be in the band program. But trying teaching 70 students to play something this soon, this early, as soon as they started in 6th grade, I think your kids have done a heck of a job, and I think you ought to congratulate them for the work that they've done. This year, Judy McBride, the director of the Goose Creek Spirit Gold Band, was free to come over to third period to help with that large class. And so I asked Ms. McBride to come in tonight and direct one of the pieces with the group. This is Judy McBride directing, you got to remember what the name of the piece is, Royal Overture. After listening to that piece, I assume that you would be surprised to know that they just got that music last week. And so that was not exactly something easy for them to do. And I think your kids put in a lot of effort. One thing I'd encourage you to do is, as the year goes on and as they get older, they tend to put in less effort. I've taught high school, and I'm around high school kids now, and I know how my 8th graders go from my 6th grade. They get the horn and it's shiny and new when they first get it, and you can't get them to put it down, even when you want them to. And then after a while, it's not as shiny or new anymore. I would encourage you as 6th grade parents, and I see a lot of my 5th graders out here tonight that we asked to come. We're doing 5th grade band testing right now for next year's band. We told them that it would be a nice idea for them to come look at some of the instruments and see what's going on. I encourage you to stay for the advanced band concert. Coming to hear your 6th graders play and then leaving does not give you a true picture of what this class is about. The students coming up next are 2nd and 3rd year students, and I think you'll be fairly impressed with what you hear. Right now I have a few things I would like to bring to your attention. We don't give a lot of medals to our own band students. Most of the medals that are given out here are state-earned medals. That means they have to compete statewide to get them. We only give 2 a year. The first one is the most improved 6th grader. And this is based on what I've seen, what they've accomplished, and what the peers in the class see. I've asked several of them who they feel their most improved player in band is, and this is the name of the person they came up with. From 1992, the most improved player in 6th grade is Christina Taylor. The other award we give is the most outstanding 6th grader. And that is not a popularity contest, and the students have nothing to do with that. Everything we do during the year is given points. If they make all county, they get so many points. If they make region or state, they get points. If they go to solo and ensemble and get superiors or excellence, they get points. Everything that they do, everything you've traveled to, everything you've taken time out of your schedule for, goes toward this award. This year we have a very special person getting it who's pulled a lot of stuff down for our beginning. This person played not only in the beginner band and received superior ratings last week, but also in the symphonic band, which is the band coming up next, with the 7th and 8th graders, not being in the class, but taking the music home on her own, learning it, and coming back the next day to play with the 8th graders. This young lady finished with 1 chair out of the all-region band that includes 17 counties. And those are 7th and 8th graders, and as a beginner, missed it by 1 chair. She finished 1st chair in all-county band by a wide margin, including beating the scores of the 1st chair 8th grade horn player. She went to solo and ensemble and received 3 superior ratings: a French horn quartet, a French horn duet, and a French horn solo. So I would very proudly like to introduce you to Mary Beth Ford. While I'm on the subject of French horns, there's one thing that happened this year with that section. We recruited very heavily for French horn this year, and I'm proud to tell you that for the first time since I've been a teacher, and probably the first time in this county, one school swept the entire section. We had 10 French horns try out, 10 French horns made all-county band, and 1 through 10 are Sedgefield French horn players. French horns, stand up. Again, I encourage you to stay and listen to the advanced band play. I'm sorry we have to do some of our housekeeping in front of you, and I know you stood out in the foyer a long time waiting on us, but when we deal with this many people, we have approximately 230 students in band here, and it takes a good bit of time for us to move that many people and get everything set up for you. We would love to close the curtain for you and do it behind stage so that you don't have to see the nasty work, but as you can see, we're pretty much off the front of the stage as it is. Our final selection is called Stonegate Overture. It was the third selection we did for the state festival this weekend. Thank you for coming, and I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the show. Getting into and what you're getting into. So if you would accommodate us on that and give them just a second. It's going to take us a few minutes to get people on and off the stage. So feel free to make yourself at home and give us a few minutes and we'll be right back with you.
Why is he looking now?
It reminds me of my brother. Hey, where's your refrigerator?